Hey everyone, welcome to Crow's Kitchen. I'm I am a disabled person, so I don't really catch on nuances a lot. I don't really catch on with a lot of stuff very quickly, but since my brother has taught me how to cook and I just generally want to make him proud. So today I'm going to cook for you the squid ink pasta, the fresh pasta I've had for in my freezer for a while. I'm currently boiling water right now. I'm going to switch you over to that. Basically, I made it hot water. I put hot water into this, so the reason why it just goes a lot more quicker and a lot more faster than not doing it. Number one thing with pasta, do not break the pasta. For the love of God, it is an insult if you break the pasta. So, I'm just letting you know ahead of time. As you can see, you won't be able to see this really, but I have it literally at between high and mid, so it's like 8. The number is 8 on my stove. I'm going to show you quickly that. There you go. As a disabled American, it is a journey to see how well I can actually do. And every day is kind of like a struggle because you never know what will happen the next day. I'm going to actually add some more water to this because I think it kind of needs it. We got a lot of pasta. So let's add, let me see what this is at. About 3 more cups. So I'm going to add 3 more cups. Yep, that's 3 more cups. That should be perfectly good enough. It's not like it's too terrible. The reason why is because we have a lot of pasta, and I just want to give it as much surface as possible to be able to cook it properly. The reason why I'm doing the pasta first is because I forgot the actual order things with either if sauces first or pastas first. So today's experiment, see how incredibly dumb I can be at making a mistake. Maybe I won't. We'll see. It's all about doing your best. It does seem like it's going to boil quicker, so that's why I'm not really transitioning off from this and going with it for a while and then turn it back on. It's because it looks like it's about ready to just do that. Squid ink pasta is supposed to be kind of briny. It's briny is kind of salty, so that's why I'm not adding any salt to this. But if you had regular pasta, like regular pasta that's not squid ink, honestly, salt your water. Salt it, because that's the way you actually season your pasta. If you don't, well, you're going to have bland pasta. It's not really fun to eat, is it? So, there you go. Hey, look, it's actually getting there kind of quick, right? Yeah. I'm just waiting for it to finally get all those bubbles to finally rise. Like, you can definitely see it. You can definitely see the heat. I have the fan on because, God forbid, like, if you make it too much steam, you can set off the fire alarms, and I'm not willing to be number one person also in this building that sets off the fire alarms a heck of a lot of times. This is what we have today is Squid Ink linguine pasta. There are various different kinds of pasta. You just can't just simply say pasta dish because there's so many different varieties of this that just simply calling it pasta will just raise the question of, is it the right type? Is it the right thing that I'm doing? So, there we go. Have a lot of dishes to do today, but you know, it's worth it. Like, while this is cooking, I'm most likely going to take a pause, and then once we come back, it'll actually be kind of done. Because I don't think you want to stay for the entire time just staring at something that is just not doing much. But I don't think it's going to take that long, because once you put pasta in at boiling water itself, like you drop it in, it goes a lot quicker. It actually might take about 5, maybe 10 minutes. Because if you put the pasta into the water and you boil it with it, yeah, it's going to take a long time, because literally the problem is that you're also going to make it very easy for it to overcook, and then it becomes glue and it's disgusting. Like, there's no point to it. So I'll be right back. I'm just going to grab something. Gotta also laugh at another thing that Marco Pierre White says: your fingers are for burning. Which he is pretty much correct. To a certain point. Like, you don't want to injure yourself, but don't be afraid of the pan. Do not be afraid of the pot. Just don't be afraid. Like, I don't think you would be dumb enough to reach into that and actually think that's going to be perfectly fine. Oh, look, it's now certain bubble. Whew. Actually, this could have been a nice way of actually making tea too. Side note, I'm a tea drinker. I like coffee. I like beverages that aren't alcoholic. I'm just not an alcoholic. I am an alcoholic, that's why I don't actually drink. I literally know this because last time I functionally drank at the volume I wanted to, I was told by a doctor I would die within 3 months. Like, I wouldn't have seen my 23rd birthday if I actually kept on the path I was doing in my 20s. So, there you go, a little bit of lore. So I kind of know from a certain standpoint, like, why it's so bad. I'm gonna have to remove shit out of that sink. So while this is boiling, while this is cooking the pasta, I'm going to clear the sink of all the dishes and stuff. I'm going to do that, but she won't be really around for me to basically go through that. It's just going to be me doing it. Actually, let's show you what the tank is. Yep. This is a thermometer. I'm going to actually show you how hot it is. Nope, let's go back. It's about 200. Just so you're aware, because the thermometer is not going to be. It's about 200 right there. Wanted to show you on the thermometer, but it was just plummeting in actual temperature once it got out of the water. So might as well relate it back to you. Well, at least the pasta is no longer frozen. So that's actually good. Alright, we're going to put it in. So, I'm going to bring this down to a 7. Just to kind of like monitor this. So we're going to pause this and I'll be right back. Okay, everyone. So this, see if this is all doing good. Just keep that up. Okay, got the strainer out. Cool. It smells really, really cool. It's like, describe the smell. It smells like legitimately like calamari. It's really, really interesting take on things. Now, I'm just swirling it around just so that it doesn't stick per se to the bottom of this. The water itself is black as like a coal. It's really cool. As you can see, like that's what it looks like when you do this. It's totally fine. It's just cooking the pasta. And then I'm thinking I'm going to take this almost rid of this crazy. Come on. There we go. It tastes good. It tastes good. So I'm going to shut it off. I'm also going to move this to the other ones because I am believing this is cooked. This seems very cooked. But instead of taking that off, we're going to put a lid on it because this way it can stay hot and we won't lose a single thing with it. Okay, now here comes the fun part. We're gonna do the sauce. So this is what we got so far. We got crushed tomatoes, tomato paste, and a little bit of our favorite kind of herb in the world, minced garlic. You wouldn't believe how much the minced garlic actually cost me at Walmart. It's incredible. So, as I said, I'm gonna make a basic tomato sauce. A basic tomato sauce. And there's a reason why I do not and will not ever do it to the very end of this. One, you don't want this in your can when you do this. So dump it all in. Yeah, I guess I can easily do this with this. So. Nope, we're not keeping that like that ever. That's a bad idea. Bad idea. Never leave a mess on your stove. It's real bad. We'll explain that in just a sec once I get that at least cleaned. Okay, because once it's that cooked on there, if it cooked on the stove, it would have been a lot harder to take off. Well, you don't want to make more of a mess for yourself. You want to make something a little bit easier. So, where did I... see, a little part of the ADHD there, too. It's the story of my life on certain things. So that, and then the very last thing we do is put in the minced garlic. So again, I'm going to set this to actually probably not. I'll set to 6. I'll set to 6. Just making sure it's on. Actually, let's put it up to 7. Technically, that was at 6.5. Alright, so let's see what we got here as spices. Pepper, white and black. Paprika, no, not for today. Yeah, that'd be weird. No. Chili powder, Italian seasoning. And that sounds like a. Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Hit the camera. So, as I'll show you, Italian seasoning from great value. It's not bad value there. As you've seen before, I've used this. This is that. Yeah, I'm going to actually turn this down to maybe 5. Nope. Let's do it to 4. Mix. And as many of you don't realize, I have kosher salt in these because I had so much of this stuff that I just needed. I think that's pretty much good enough for salt. Because if you have too much salt, it is not good. If you have too little salt, not good. You want to have the best amount that you can possibly think of. And then we just basically make this. I'm going to bounce this to 5 because maybe now it shouldn't be as bad. It was spitting up a little bit. Mix firmly and thoroughly. So I like to open this. Woo, not bad. Love the smell of garlic. Actually, that's 6. Mix. Actually, in a sense, I'm going to actually get rid of the water out of there because that's probably a horrid idea to keep pasta. Ow! Down to 2. All right. Damn it. Put that in the sink already, dumbass. Alright, that should be enough for that. I'm also going to, as I was saying, going to get rid of the water in this sink. doesn't get overcooked in there. Bought some more dishes for myself, man. Bought some more dishes. Alright, let's see what you're up to. As you can see, with higher temperatures on the the stove, my bad, should know better, it starts spitting the sauce, and that's also quite dangerous. As you heard, I said now, that was because one little bit of it actually hit my face. So, safety lesson for all. Alright, let's try this. It's not bad. It's not bad. Let's see. Anything else I can think of? No. And the stuff's going to need a lot of cleaning too. And we're going to have to plate this very nicely. Since this is moving so quick, I'm actually just going to do the vegetables. Always remember, wash your vegetables. I'm always checking to make sure that's not overflowing or anything. So, actually, it's a great opportunity. Let's do it. Let's come over here. So, what you're gonna actually see, I'm just moving in front of you. Basically, you're gonna hold your knife like this. Grip it, but also there. And you want tiger claw your stuff. So basically, do that, and then you just and look at that. Beautiful. Still not spitting up, so that's good. But as you can see, cuts are generally really good. So that wasn't like one that I would ever call proudest moment of. Yeah, that's also dangerous. What I just did now, be careful of that, because you could actually hurt yourself by maybe cutting off your fingers. So, as you can see, tiger claw. Tiger claw. So far so good. I'm just separating these parts. Honestly, I probably didn't cut as hard as I should have, but as you can see, each cut is very well done, very well placed, and there you go. That's our side. And also, I did say tomatoes, so I always like to have tomatoes. I just like them. They're peeling actually very well on a plate this way. So there's the grape tomatoes. They're washed. Let's put that there, that there. I also have an unlimited amount of. Some people do it this way. I don't. I just basically do it like that. So that's how I cut my tomatoes. You may choose whatever way you want. I don't judge. But you can see, pretty much acidity is probably the major part of this thing. Right? Yeah. That's done. Another thing for garbage. It's about ready to kind of cook it over, so we're going to do that. Heck, a meal in less than 20 minutes, right? Not bad. Not bad at all. Honestly, I'm going to say that's done. Just that. This. Putting that there. Putting that there. Put. Heck, kind of figured I needed like to get something else. No, spatulas. So, I am very sure many Italian chefs are going like, why so much sauce? I'm sorry, I literally am. So I'm going to make up. Right, good, that is good. So we do this, grab a bit. That's this. That, and I am going to find like actual Tupperware to put that in. We're going to need a big Tupperware for that. So maybe I can actually reuse one of these that I have. It's clean. It's clean. So let's do this. just saving all the rest of this. And what you saw for the peppers is enough for a serving for this. So I was just breaking it down for what a serving would look like. So much mess. Chris is making so much mess. Yep. Remember, number one thing: when you cook, you clean. So gotta find the lid to this, but it's going in the refridge. So basically, take a little bit of this. Good. And that is my idea with how to do the squid ink pasta. And just in a few secs, I will definitely let you know how it came out. Alright. Moment of truth, right? Not bad. Not bad. It's not overpoweringly salty. It's just like the best way to describe it is it could have used a little salt, could have. But honestly, I'm not disappointed in it. Honestly, it came out very good. As I say, the pasta needed a little bit more salt. That was pretty much the only little thing I should have added a little salt. But honestly, I hope you enjoyed this and have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.